opinions of the following program is not necessarily those of WOKB, staff, and management of Unity Broadcasting.
All right, welcome one, welcome all to the Don Miller Show. I'm your girl, Lady Drina of the Live Drive. We got Glenn Allgood into his house. Woo, woo, woo. And now we have the one, the only, the podcast famous Don Miller.
Here we go with that nonsense. Black man get one job.
He got a job. He got a job. Him's famous.
Now he got to just see every time, boy. Glenn, I want to play some music today, going in and out of breaks, because something's been heavy on my heart, right? In the last year, we lost somebody that really meant a lot to me. And back in the day, as a kid growing up in church, there was these people who traveled all over the country.
Yeah.
And they would perform. They were called quartets, right?
Yes.
Drina is famous in the quartet world. She probably,
industry, yes.
Yeah, you probably host all of their events, or Drina's a host,
much.
right? We're gonna get back to Drina's outfit in a minute, but Drina's a host of all these national quartet events, right? Yes. And we had a friend of the show, man, for almost 66 years, right?
Yeah.
He would just travel the country and just perform and work on behalf of Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
And his name was Honey, right?
Yes.
Honey Walker went on home to his maker.
Yes.
In the last year. I know how close he was to you.
Yes.
I know how close he was to you,
He
Glenn.
was my papa.
He was our friend. He was everybody's friend. You never would ever hear a bad word about Honey
amazing.
Walker. And there was a couple of times I was on the radio and I was having one of them shows when I'm struggling, right? I'm like, dude, I don't even know I'm doing this, right?
And he would call.
The show.
Yes,
hey,
yes.
Don, this is Honey Walker.
The only one that could call the way he called.
Hey, Don, this is Honey Walker. I'm like, hey, honey. He's like, let me tell you something. You know the Lord is blessing you.
Blessing you.
All right, I'm just tell you something. And he just pumped me up, right? And then I would be like, thanks so much, Honey Walker. And I grew up as a kid listening to his music. So the other day and yesterday, I'm in the car and I'm listening to Honey Walker in the golden airs, right, on my iTunes.
On your iTunes,
right?
yes.
And I'm like, man, I miss this cat, right?
Yeah.
Because he had a good word till the end. He
Literally.
called in here when he was really sick.
Yes, he did.
And
Yes, he
I
did.
know he was sick.
He was in the hospital.
I know he was sick. You told me he was really sick, right?
Yes.
And Glenn, and he called in on a random call in, right?
Yeah.
And even at the end, right?
Yes.
Honey Walker had inspiration, man. Let me ask y'all, how many of y'all think y'all good enough with your maker that even at the end, right, you can inspire somebody else?
Wow. That's
I don't know if I can raise my hand to that, right? If you are good enough with, if your journey, right, has been a real one, right?
Yeah.
And that dash in